Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 Dragon Ball moments, way more brutal in the manga.
It would have been pointless to let him continue, Nappa. He was losing, which leads me to believe he wasn't trying his hardest.
For this list, we'll be looking at scenes in this seminal shonen that were completely toned down for the anime adaptation. Number 10. The androids appear. The Z-Fighters spent actual years preparing for the androids' arrival, so it would have been a little disappointing had they not been up to snuff. Rest assured, they delivered on the hype of Trunks' warning. But the manga took the legendary entrance a step further. There, Dr. Gero doesn't just strangle an innocent bystander, he does it by squeezing until the guy pops like a grape.
We will destroy it. Yes, 20?
It's a remarkably violent moment from a scene that's already plenty brutal, especially for Dragon Ball standards. But that's also part of the reason why the androids are still some of the most menacing villains this series has ever seen.
The androids' reign of terror has just begun, and it looks like Yamcha is their first victim. But is there time to save him?
Number 9. Goku vs. Drum. No one expected Earth's heroes to go easy on King Piccolo's henchmen, but this might have taken it a bit too far.
I might surprise you.
Admittedly, Goku's bout with the scaly villain is pretty standard stuff, at least as far as the anime is concerned. In the manga, however, Goku proceeds to beat him like, well, a drum. Each blow becomes more brutal than the last, leading to a real ringer of a knockout kick, one that doesn't just KO Drum, it does the same to his eyeballs. Yeah, it's not a pretty sight, especially since it's coming from Goku of all people.
Goku's increased strength has caught everyone off guard.
Number 8. Trunks and his sword.
Go now!
Future Trunks bucked the trend of beam struggles and power-up roars by bringing in a sword to a key fight, and if Zamasu is any indication, he really knows how to use it.
No! You're a mere mortal!
But even that's nothing compared to the swordsman he is in the manga. There, he doesn't just battle Goku Black and Zamasu, he tries to cut them into finger food. In Trunks' defense, the Goku Black arc was definitely a the ends justify the means situation. Unfortunately, due to their enhanced abilities, the Slice and Dice only succeeded in giving the villains a quick poke. Either way, Future Trunks still gets major points for being at the cutting edge of creativity for violent fight scenes.
I don't give a damn about you! Or your so-called justice! But now, it can't be!
Number 7. 16 gets stomped.
But it is because you cherish life that you must protect it.
Ugh.
Android 16's death is one of the most pivotal moments in the entire franchise. Naturally, it's just as impactful in the original work, but not just for its emotional heft.
Just let it go.
Instead, the panel adds a heaping dose of realistic savagery to the head-crushing. Sure, 16 is mechanical, but apparently he still had eyes, blood, and more. All things that the manga showed in painstaking detail. As expected, those kinds of finer details were left out of the anime version. While it's an understandable concession, there's no denying that the intense imagery of the original work makes Gohan's iconic scream all the more gratifying.
And I won't watch this anymore!
Number 6. Pop goes the Babidi.
Mr. Babidi?
Huh? What is it? Boo have a better idea!
Apparently, even thrifty wizards can't live without a head. Babidi learned that one the hard way when Boo knocked his skull clean off his shoulders.
But Boo think it's time Babidi go! Bye bye bye!
It's easily one of the most cruel ends in the series, but at least the anime adds a colorful artistic flair to help it all go down. However, the manga has no such qualms about showing Babidi's head pop off like he's an action figure. No cutaway, no flashy distraction, and no room for interpretation. Technically, it's the same end result, but ultimately Babidi's demise was much more visceral on the page than on the screen. Number 5, Vegeta goes Cyberman hunting.
Looks like you got a hold of a weak batch, Nappa.
The attack of the Saiyans lives on as one of the most violent stretches in the entire franchise. But even amid the mountain of bloody character deaths, one moment didn't quite make the leap from the manga. Sure, in context, a Cyberman's death shouldn't be any more brutal than the others, but no one told that to the original drawing. As opposed to the rather tame vaporization in the anime, the manga includes anatomical details that make the scene downright sickening. Vegeta was just trying to flex his powers, and based on the manga vision, he definitely accomplished that, and then some.
Whoa, talk about ruthless.
Number 4, Babidi and Bystanders.
If he is able to keep a being such as Deborah under his control, just imagine the horror he could inflict on this world.
From the moment they stepped foot in the series, it was clear that Babidi and his henchmen meant business. So, just to prove it, their hideout is adorned with some gnarly examples of their strength, including a family that happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's already a despicable sight in the anime, but the manga goes full John Carpenter with some genuine body horror. In fact, calling the remains bodies at all is pretty generous given the state they're left in. As gruesome as it is, it did a lot to establish that Babidi and his powers were not to be underestimated.
At last, the ruthless wizard Babidi has been revealed, and with the combined powers of the villains he's brought under his control, his opportunity to resurrect Majin Buu might just be at hand.
Number 3, Goodbye, Guldo.
Damn it! Those ignorant fools! I specifically warned them not to try a direct assault. They flew right into Guldo's trap.
Vegeta's never been one for mercy, so when he decided to shave a few pounds off Guldo, it's surprising that the anime presents it as a glorified light show. Of course, losing your head is tough no matter how you cut it, but the manga makes it a much more violent affair. Namely because it actually shows Vegeta karate chopping Guldo's face into its own appendage. The image alone is worth over 9,000 words and adds a lot more weight to Vegeta's ensuing smack talk. But that's the Saiyan Prince for ya. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty if it means delivering some well-deserved payback.
I belong to the Ginyu Force!
Not anymore.
Number 2, Frieza's halving.
Hey, look out behind you! Get down now!
There's always lessons to be learned in combat. For example, during the bout on Namek, Frieza discovers the real meaning of the phrase, "What goes around, comes around."
As if I'm stupid enough to be cut by my own attack.
Of course, he left the lesson with both his pride and his torso severely cut down to size. The anime scene isn't exactly kid-friendly, but it's practically G-rated compared to the manga. To put it lightly, the original version is a more authentic portrayal of what happens when you're split in two. With all that, it's not too surprising that the finer details of the scene ended up on the literal cutting room floor.
My own attack?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Gohan vs the Junior Squad. In true Dragon Ball fashion, there's no better way to christen a new form than with a cathartic beatdown of some supercharged twips. However, while the anime made Gohan's rampage seem badass, the manga leaned much more into its unhinged ferocity. Instead of exploding into poofs of dust, the original artwork includes meticulous impact frames of each of the Cell Juniors as they break apart. It completely reframes the scene with a much darker undertone. It's not exactly pleasant to read, but it does personify Super Saiyan 2 in a way the anime could never fully capture.
I said before I could never forgive you!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.